Oh, yeah. Woo! I'm leading the podcast off because Peter ain't ready yet, and I thought he was.
Oh, I'm ready. He's into it, baby. What you doing? Don't get all bothered on me now.
I didn't want to leave that dead airspace that I know you hate.
Oh, you're okay, baby. We got this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again here for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. We got the birthday boy on the ones and the twos. Pat Lynch. It's Pat Lynch or Joe Canillo. That's all we get these days, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a real mixed bag.
The real question is, are we the same person? You haven't seen us in the same room at the same time.
Oh, that's a good call.
In a long time.
Oh, that's a
little Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Little conspiracy theory there. That's the thing that's in these days.
I like the Dr. Jekyll version.
Well, thank you again for joining us here. Do us a favor, hit that like, subscribe, comment, get us in the algorithms. I saw today a podcast that I listened to a few times. Not my biggest thing, but I was surprised why they actually have given it up. Tony Hawk and Jason Ellis, both skaters. The podcast was
Tony Hawk has a podcast, huh?
Well, he did. It was Hawk versus Wolf, and they are done for 20. They were done, and the reason was they could not financially make sense. So, and that's what I thought. I literally went to again, we run this on. This maybe cost us a couple $100 a year in alcohol that we would drink anyways.
Yeah, that we would have wasted the money on anyways. It's budgeted in, Pat. Don't worry.
But I also get it. It's a full production studio.
The other thing, I was thinking the other thing is their time is probably a smidge more valuable than ours, where like they could probably use that time where
they probably have bigger production staffs too.
That's what it is. It's got to be it, right?
You
got to have the social media. You have to have the people who edit the podcast, because it's not just talking. It's like, and you got the guest. I'm sure you got to pay for the guest.
Okay, so, well, if they have guests, that probably goes.
I get what you're saying.
I was thinking that
their hours not worth. I mean, it's an hour a week. They do one podcast a week. I don't think it's.
I mean, if there's other ventures that they're in that they're looking into, and they just kind of you value the time value of money there. Maybe it's not.
Here's a podcast secret. We don't do this, ladies and gentlemen. We are live every Saturday night, or Thursday or Friday. What it dictates. But every week you're getting a True and Blue podcast. The boys are here. I know you like it that way, but most podcasts record months out in advance, and they do 2 at a time.
I mean, also Peter could do that too with the news from last week, anyways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True, but no, I couldn't really.
It's just inauthentic, It's not the real deal.
Yeah. We've always talked about maybe trying to getting ahead a week ahead. So for like football, we're a week ahead of the next week.
We talked about that ever?
Yeah, me and Joe did.
I think
you're not a production staff type of guy, Palin.
You're not an ideas guy. You're a talent.
I'm a talent only.
You're just something. You're something only.
You show up when you feel like it. You don't really bring anything.
If you paid me, I'd show up more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I more or less would rather have you pay me to show up.
Zero chance.
But on that fun note, how we doing? You guys looking good? Chris McGraw, the big 3-9.
Pat,
don't look a day over.
If you add 30 to it, I'm at that nice number.
Soon enough, Chris. Soon
enough.
Oh, yeah, before you know. Well, listen, who gives a shit? Time. I also, Cat Williams was on, this is going to be a lot. I've watched a lot of podcasts because we're back to working late nights. So I have caught up with some podcasts, and so I'm going to bore Pat with this. But Cat Williams and Theo Vaughn had a podcast this week. I'm not going to go into it.
Is that who you were watching with Theo Vaughn? I did see you.
I saw one clip of that one, actually.
It's so ridiculous. Pat Williams is
the one I saw a clip when he brought up Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I'll have to watch that.
He's like, what, you got some R. Kelly jokes for me now? Or you got some R. Kelly jokes?
He's like, one problem?
Yeah.
The problem being rape, that is?
Yeah, that was good. And then, but after that, he's like, so Theo, you got any R. Kelly jokes? R. Kelly questions for me now? Because he had asked about what's the fucking idiot? Harvey Weinstein. I'm sorry.
Harvey Weinstein?
And then he went to Bill Cosby. And like you could see, like it was making Cat pretty uncomfortable. And Cat's like, "What you got some R. Kelly questions now, or what?"
Fair enough.
Theo's like, "Nah, you know what? I don't think I got any R. Kelly questions." But he did talk about time, and it's like it's so ridiculous. The podcast is it's such a hard 2 hours to watch. I tried my best to kind of watch it because I thought there would be some good. It was ridiculous when Cat was just being funny and just like not trying to put the persona out there. It was hilarious. But there were times where he was talking about time, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Maybe they should cut these podcasts down. 2 hours is a lot.
That's what I think, too.
Joe Rogan wasn't he talk for like 3 hours?
I mean, you guys were down in the basement listening to it, but there's some there's a little fire in the sense that Joe made it seem like Kamala's people made it impossible for him to do a podcast with her, and it seems like Joe didn't want to do a podcast with Kamala Harris, and he was all in on Trump, which it is what it is. I'm just saying that's pretty.
Does Joe? I don't listen to Joe very often, but it seems like.
Oh, I'm out on him. I haven't listened to him. I've
never really listened. I never listened to him. Let me rephrase that question.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem like that his, and I'm not saying that he's sexist, but it does seem like his guests are almost predominantly all males, right?
No,
there's
maybe
been-
more recently. It's honestly, Brett, you're right. More recently, and that brings up a funny, not a funny topic, but a topic that we can get into. He had this one woman on who. She's really MAGA, but she was a swimmer, and she was the one who went up against the male, like the male or the male who transitioned to female, and he was kicking everybody's butt in swimming. She's a big proponent of males that transition to women, not into women's sports. And but I'll tell you about that story later. But he does have women periodically on. But you're right, Pat. I don't know. You're right. Honestly, in the last 3 months. No joke. I don't think he's had a woman on that I can think of at least. But he was used to mix and match on it.
Yeah, I'm in Pat's boat. I only paid attention when he had like a guest that I found interesting, like a comedian or like an old school wrestler. Like back when he was before he moved to Texas, his podcast generated the gauntlet of like. You would have like astrophysicists on.
Health people.
You would have health people on. You would
people
have
work out.
You'd have the one guy who got malaria like 18 times, digging pygmy wells out in Africa.
Yeah. Justin, whatever.
I mean, he would just have like all these different people and like people that are trying to do good and whatnot. And now it just seems like I don't pay enough attention, so I can't really say who he has on now. But like, it just seems like from what I hear from other people, it's just like
a lot of that is
it's
media-driven bullshit. Yeah, I get that. But yeah, we won't go. We'll do our 5 minutes of politics. The one thing I thought funny about that, Pat, when you asked that is this week that lady who is she's a young woman out of college. She is hard, like she pushes hard for MAGA, and so and one of the things that people who have voted for Donald Trump have noticed life isn't as easy as they thought it was going to be. We haven't really seen prices in the stores come down. We've seen some things with flights, plane crashes and things. Who knows? Not saying that's Donald, but maybe something there. It's definitely not. I don't think it's DEI or whatever the diversity hires. I don't think it's that bullshit. But to get back to where I was going is this woman went to college, met her future husband, who came from England on a sports scholarship. So he's never a naturalized citizen. Had been working to become a naturalized citizen. He's been working on it for a while. They've been married for 3 years. He's getting deported.
Oh,
he's gotten caught up in the
ICE raids.
The Trump, bye. And the problem is he's been working on it, but and this is what she's saying. A lot of people say this can't really be it, but she's saying he couldn't get citizenship because he didn't get his COVID vaccination, and so every time he's tried to apply, they've just kicked his application back which I have no idea how truthful that is, but she's trying to say, oh, it's not Trump's problem. It's not Trump's fault. These are all bad policies from prior. And it's like, she can't even admit that this is going to affect everybody. Immigration isn't just, Hispanics, people crossing the border. This is people in America.
Yeah. I saw an article from like one of the news outlets. I didn't read it, but like the headline was like, there's an Irish immigrant that's terrified that they're going to get deported. They're like in their 70s or 80s. They lived here and never got citizenship, and they're afraid they're going to get deported back. Yeah. And you're at 70, 80, you're losing everything you have here, and now you got to go start fresh somewhere else.
When Trump did that pause on grants and federal all that, and it hit Medicaid. Oh boy!
Yeah, the rage in the 65 and older.
He folded worse than a picnic chair going up against Ralphie May. There ain't no chance he was going to keep that going. No. He immediately was like, whoa, hey,
AARP. You don't mess with AARP.
And then his silly butt.
There are other people that elected him for a good portion of his voters.
Yeah, and they felt what he was going. He told you what he was going to do. He said literally the lady said promise kept, and he said he was going to cut spending And those people who are the most in need of it, a lot of the SNAP people, their SNAPs didn't work. And that's because of what Donald Trump did. And he said he was going to do what he's doing right now.
It's lower grocery prices, which I'm still waiting for.
Yeah.
Come on, Donald. Make it happen.
Come on, baby.
I'm still paying $10 for eggs over here.
I'm still waiting.
And then he tanked the stock market on Friday.
I'm still waiting for Greenland to be a U.S. state.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the Panama Canal, and I'm waiting to see the Gulf of America. Still says Gulf of America on Google Maps, damn it.
Gulf of Mexico, I mean.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's just been such
I want to know when Canada becomes the 51st state.
It's been such a fun
What if we make Mexico the 52nd state, and then we can just kick all the cartels out then, right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
Is that how it works?
You know what? You seem like you got some ideas. Maybe you call Donnie.
Yeah, I got a weekly conference call on Sunday afternoons with him.
Yeah, when he's on the golf course?
We touch it out, yeah. We talk about a short game a little bit, and then I throw a couple ideas in his head.
There was in Lisle, Illinois, there's a new kind of facility that you can do putting. Like, it's an indoor place you can go practice your putting or your chipping, short game, in like actual kind of feels like actual environments of like a golf game, putting, and then they have driving range.
Where's
inside this in Lisle, Illinois.
So like up Ogden in the 355.
Yeah, so kind of close to us if we ever want to check it out.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so last week we did this beautiful podcast without Pat, but with Joe. Then went to Guinness.
Or was I here?
Or was he? Went to
Where
the
could
Guinness,
he be?
Went to the Guinness Brewery.
Did you guys get the G? Did you stop it in the G?
We do have a video. I should have posted
Joe
this.
actually got pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah, he did.
He's got practice. He's been in Ireland.
He did his second on
His
the second
shot.
one. Yeah.
Everybody's first shot was really shit.
Yeah.
Joe's, but I remember drinking it and thinking like, oof, this is rough.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a big Guinness fan. Like, I get that everybody loves Guinness. Like in Ireland, when I'm going to Ireland in July, I can't wait. But right now,
Don't they serve it warm too? They don't serve it cold.
So, like room temperature. But like I think a lot
there's
of beers,
also like 5 Guinnesses at this place.
Yeah.
They were telling us about. Sorry, Chris, I made to cut you off. But the other thing is, this is the biggest tourist trap in Chicago right now. The food wasn't like outrageous. It was priced like a motherfucker.
You mean outrageous as in it wasn't good?
The food
wasn't like for the price you paid. It wasn't good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was fucking mediocre at best. Like $17 salad.
So they have that top-notch British, Irish cuisine, or the world is known. The world loves and embraces.
Yeah. Oh, well, Chris's food was good, but it was just a small ass place.
I got the pot roast or the beef stew.
Yeah.
And that was actually I thought was pretty good. I thought the beef in it was great. I mean, like Pierre said, portion wise, it like you look at it and it felt kind of small. It did fill me up pretty well, but I mean, like it definitely.
We're also just fatties, but yeah. I walked out of there thinking like, all right, this is a pretty big tourist trap.
Maybe they're on European portion sizes. They're a little smaller.
Well, and hey, listen, that's at least an excuse. From there, we went to one of our more enjoyed bars, Carol's. Listened to one of our favorite covers.
They have 2 kinds of music there.
Yep, the only 2 kind. Country and Western.
Mike Basso didn't quite get that joke.
Yeah, Mike Basso sucks. Yeah.
So then we got, drank our little hearts away, listened to some good music, went from there to Belmont's, spent
Beauty Bar.
You spent a stupid amount of cover.
You guys went out to Beauty Bar?
Yeah. Stayed there not too late. Did we go home from there? I think
we walked Danny home.
Yeah.
Made sure he got home safely, and then we all went home.
So one thing I did want to bring up on that is, and this is, we also I felt like in Michigan, we had a little bit of a tiff, nothing like crazy, but then we also had a little bit of a tiff at Beauty Bar. The guys that were like,
you had a tiff at an outside party or an inside party here?
No, this was not in our group. It was
I'm sorry. Yeah, we don't fight.
At Beauty Bar, we were in. The dance floor was crowded.
Yep.
We come up, and Joe this guy moves Joe out of the way to stand behind Joe, and Joe's dancing. So Joe's very polite. The guy's like, "Hey, can I get by?" And Joe moves out of the way, and then he just stands right behind Joe. And Joe's like, "I'm just gonna continue dancing." And the guy got mad at Joe, and he's like, "I'm not gay." And Joe's like, "That's great. I don't care. Neither am I."
Maybe the guy was gay.
And that's what we thought.
And then,
not to be rude, but
it was just like, and then they were upset, and then
it was. It was tension the rest of the night. Nobody was backing down.
The one girl, literally, there was some girl with the group, and she literally, as soon as Joe said something, she tried to get around that table and tried to get in Joe's face, and I'm like, what in the hell is going? What in the hell is going on here?
And I was thinking, I'm like, and I was pretty pissed. The one dude, It was not. It was a tense situation until we left, and
they kind of cleared out at
a little bit,
2.
yeah. But it was just like, this is stupid, and I was just like, are we getting old and cranky, or is it more? Is this people we just run into a couple of rude people?
What time is this at?
This was about 12:31ish. The thing is, I look at it as
Well, I thought we let Carol's like 12:30. I think I got only around 1.
yeah. So we got there probably about 1 then.
Yeah, one.
But
yeah,
I mean,
because I remember paying $14 cover, and I was like, man, for at 1 o'clock.
I looked at
guys.
it. I looked at it more. I don't know if it was cranky. I think
Got hit with the double cover last Saturday.
I don't think we were getting cranky. I think those people didn't quite understand. Like, it's like in Lottie's. Like, when you're in this crowded bar and like people are trying to do stuff, move around, you're on the dance floor. You like
Lottie's is basically one giant dance floor.
Well,
That's our nights.
but like I mean, when at Beauty Bar there, that little stage area that's in the back there is a dance floor,
100%.
right?
I would agree.
If you're gonna sit there and try to stand and just like talk to your friends,
go to the front.
Go to the front. Get off the dance.
Also,
fair
like
point.
it's
Very
also
fair point.
less, it's also like 80 degrees cooler in the front.
But
Oh,
it's also a very crowded bar, and like if you want space, then go somewhere else. Like I mean, it annoyed the living crap out of me when we went to hang up and it was balls to the wall packed in the basement and people would walk into you. But I expected it because you're in a busy place.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yep.
And I never quite understood that.
It was silly. And I just remember waking up the next day being like, you son of a bitch.
The other thing that was quite weird is they had a friend who was just beyond obliterated, and he was just bumping into people.
Yes. Yeah.
And just
that's
like,
the guy who was starting with Joe.
Was it? I thought it was the
Yeah.
Indian guy.
I don't know. These guys were idiots. I don't know. Wasting too much time on these idiots. But I was just thinking, like, I remember thinking, waking up the next day, I'm like, are we just getting old? Because, like, felt like it was 2 weeks in a row that we've had some issues with some dudes. And I'm like,
I don't remember having any issues in
I'm trying
Michigan.
to think now.
The Michigan one, we had an issue with the bartender that was being a dick.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, that wasn't us being like jerks or cranky or anything. That guy was just on another level.
Was it the hose zone wasn't serving you?
No, we got after skiing on Saturday. The bartender that was working this little
Didn't
bar.
we also, on Friday night, I thought we had a little, maybe not. And then I thought about the guy when we were walking to the, what the hell was his name?
Oh, you're talking about Vladimir.
Yeah, Vladimir.
But we had issues with them all
Yeah.
weekend. That they started that. We weren't.
But again,
being-
I'm just saying, are we getting old and cranky is what I was kind of getting to.
No, we weren't old and cranky. They were old and cranky. Vladimir and his mom were old and cranky.
There you go.
You can't park in front of my house. What?
And then, ladies and gentlemen, Chris McGraw, tonight. We literally pulled this together.
Tonight. What do you think he means by tonight?
In 24 hours, we pulled this whole party together
Hang
for
up
Chris.
tonight.
How excited are you for your birthday tonight?
I'm pretty jacked up. I mean,
Jack
it's
Why
gonna be
don't you tell the people what you're doing, Chris?
I'm
Oh, look at this professional.
nice. Great follow-up question. But the original plan was to go to Broken Barrel, but they don't take reservations.
They do not.
And trying to risk.
I don't think this would be crazy. There's not really any big sporting events this week, right? Unless I'm mistaken.
No, I mean it was
Unless you're watching the Pro
so
Bowl.
easy to get home today from. There's no traffic.
Unless you're watching the Pro Bowl, maybe.
But yeah, I mean, why risk it? Like, especially with like 9 people.
The reason if it was just the boys,
Yeah,
the
women are
when you
gonna
have the
go.
women, what are we doing?
I couldn't. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't subject you guys to that. Like me, I'd just be like, I don't care.
I'd have been like, you should eat
So
another-
So we're going to Parsons. We got a reservation for 7:15.
Can't wait.
Gonna eat some food there.
Super hungry.
Maybe get some nuggies.
Oh baby.
Nog Nation.
And then we're gonna go to 5 Iron, which is a golf simulator. Hit some golf balls for about an hour and a half.
Drink some beers.
Drink some
I'm gonna
beers.
Go on those
What?
simulator where I actually hit more than
Drink
two
some
balls this
beers.
time.
Tequila.
What?
Some vodka.
What?
Some rum.
What?
Some more beer.
What?
Some tequila. Some more tequila.
That's it, baby, because it's the Royal Rumble today.
Chris, maybe I got your Malort
And then
bottle of
and then
Malort.
I haven't really decided what we're gonna do afterwards. I don't know. Maybe Lottie's.
Can we stalk South City Revival wherever they're sitting?
I
here?
would- I
Can we
would-
go to their house? Maybe knock on the door.
I
like-
should have gotten his phone number. I feel
I
like this
like-
guy knows who I am, and he
How
does
can they not know who we are at this point?
And he does not give me. I tipped him five. You know it was a George Costanza last night, so he had a bucket out there.
He didn't see ya.
He didn't see it. I had.
And then you try to pull it back out and put it back in?
Now, dude, I swear to God, I thought about it. So Chris McGraw, I'm super excited. Can't wait. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. We're cutting this podcast short. We gotta get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
No. So I'm
fun.
at at dinner last night. Lauren and I are having a wonderful dinner. I got a pork
Now this
chop.
is an old man. Now if you're getting cranky, the last time was
yeah.
a cranky thing.
The pork chop was fine. I should have went with the brick chicken. I last minute changed it up. Pissed at myself. Also, I'm not gonna lie. A little, you know what? Oh shit! I wonder how I cut myself. Look at that. I have no idea how I just cut myself.
Could be some just dry skin and it cracked on something.
Oh baby.
Gotta
I don't
moisturize,
know.
bro.
Yeah. Seriously. Well, yeah, whatever. So go over. I'm listening to. So in Park Ridge in Illinois, all the bars in Park Ridge have live music after 9:00.
Do they?
All of them do.
How many
And
bars are in Park Ridge?
quite a bit on the main street.
Yeah, when you get in the downtown area, there's a decent
A couple
amount.
good restaurants there too.
Is the downtown area considered where like the Trader Joe's and the barbecue places, or is that
Yeah,
different?
like where
Yeah,
the train
yeah,
station is.
yeah,
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 yeah.
okay.
Northwest Highway,
Yep,
Prospect.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm hearing this song, and I'm like, first couple are, oh, this guy's not bad.
Did he sing the "I've been running down the road trying to lose them all"?
Yes. Yeah. That was his first song.
Oh, it's always his first song.
Yeah, it's always his
He
first
was
song.
like, this guy.
He's like, this sounds like South City Revival.
No. I was like, the first one was good. Then he went into two, I think, of his own or like some ones I've never really heard. And then he hit one of the ones that he's known for. And I was like, shit,
I
Lauren.
just met you a couple hours ago.
I'm like, shit, Lauren. I stand up, I look over, and I'm like, it's our guy.
And Lauren's like, God damn it! What the?
No, she wanted an. I was done. So I had a cocktail and a drink, and I was like, I'm gonna go home.
What was your
Great night.
cocktail? You sent me a Snapchat.
It was Pineapple Express.
Oh,
It was
almost looked like a whiskey sour.
It was super nice, but too sweet towards the end. Like I was like, all right, this is way too much sugar.
Maybe it wasn't mixed good.
Yeah. So then Lauren's like, Lauren, Lauren's like, why don't we have another drink? And listen to him a little bit. I'm like, that's a great idea.
Lauren's like, God damn, Lauren, you might be a goddamn genius.
It wasn't such a waste of God-given talent. So I go over there. I have $10 in my wallet. I saw that the bartender honestly did fuck me, but on the menu it was $4 for Coors Light. I'm like, great, $10,
$7.
throw a tip, $9.99, and I'm like, you fucking. So then I'm standing up there. Lauren's holding our little, like, it's a high table. This guy's playing. It's fucking awesome. It's a beautiful Friday night. I'm waiting to get changed so I can tip the lady because I feel bad. I'm not just gonna. So finally, this group of mid-40s, early 50s come in and just fucking take. There's nobody in this place, by the way, by the bar area. It's just a few people. Everybody enjoyed. Very respectful. These fucking old women are just screaming, cocktails! You want a cocktail? Come on! Debbie, get over here! Lauren's sitting in the middle now of a swarm of people, and I come over and I'm like, motherfucker.
She's got to box out.
So I'm like, should I be the adult and move to there's one other one? And I'm like, no, fuck these people. By the end of the night, no joke, 10:30, we've been there for an hour listening, enjoying. Motherfuckers have all their drinks, food. Me and Lauren are on the edge of this table that we had been the only people there for. We're at the edge of it. I was just like, let's go. I'm going to kill these people. I was so mad.
That's cranky old man.
Yeah, that was
Little
pretty.
cranky old man.
It was great. So I go up there, say, hey, how you doing, buddy?
He's like, fuck you.
He's like, you fucking again?
And yeah, he's like trying to like keep his eye. And I throw the 5 in. He's looking down. I'm like, motherfucker, doesn't even know. Has no idea I just
Should
tipped his
have
ass
just
off.
bought him a beer.
It's probably, yeah. Well, he was drinking for free.
Been
So.
like, the guy in the corner got you this beer, and Peter's
Yeah.
like, hey.
No, it was great. I honestly thought Lauren and I kind of talked about this. I'm like, I should look into seeing if he could do my cocktail hour. I wonder how much it would cost me if he played my cocktail hour.
If you just give him a bunch of Coors Light. I'll give you.
He's more of a Miller like guy, evidently.
I'll give you a nice.
That's why I don't
I'll
really
give you a
love him.
cranky. I'll give you a cranky guy story.
I love cranky old man stuff.
It wasn't a cranky guy, but it was at Carol's last week.
Maybe just invite him to the wedding. And
The lady that was sitting
We have
behind
no
us
spots.
at the table
Oh.
behind us, that was just absolutely pissed off with me, Peter, and Joe.
Yeah.
No, she was very nice. I talked to her. The
She
lady?
was.
Well, she was when we got there. She was not happy
She was-
because it was her son.
Yeah, her son's
and
the
she couldn't-
bassist.
Yeah, and she couldn't see him.
Yeah, she was a very unhappy camper about us being like in that
Yeah,
because
so
we were
had
so
to,
tall and she
just-
couldn't see shit.
We always get it. That's. I mean,
But then she moved up on the scene. She was fine. I talked to her.
Yeah, we know. But
Oh,
she,
no,
I'm
because she
chilling.
no, but
She was like, "You son of a bitch."
she got pissed. Then she was sitting on the ledge of the window, and some guy came by and said she could, and she pointed at us, being like, "I can't see with that," and like just super pissed off, like got pissed off all over again.
All
I
right.
think her son could have got her VIP spot.
Yep. All right.
Got our table at least up front.
We got a few.
That's why you can't have a bassist for a song. You got to have a lead singer or guitar player.
The dude's nice, but yeah, he's just not the lead singer. Oh, I don't mind if I do. It's Chris's birthday, right?
Chris has to finish the rest of the 5, man.
Oh, that sounds good.
Birthday beers.
No.
Okay, so last week's news to start your week off, Chris.
Oh, last week's news.
I've got a few here for you.
The 5 at 5 from
What
this
do you
past
guys?
week.
If you guys have ever heard of the corpse flower?
No.
Isn't that the flower that like only blooms like,
once every 3 years?
Once every 3 years under a full moon or something.
Yeah, there's not very many. There's not very many in the wild. I think it's an endangered species.
It sounds like a way to spend a lot of money on a flower.
It gives
Well, no,
off
you
like
can't. I don't think you can. It's only in 3 states in the United States. The Botanic Gardens in Chicago has it, New York has it, and the one in New York, it was blooming. So people go there to smell it.
It smells awful.
It smells like death. That's why it's called the corpse. And people go multiple days in a row because
people are so weird.
I was gonna say, is there any interest? Would there be anything?
If it smelled like phenomenal, I think about it, but I don't want to smell it like death.
If it smelled like pizza, like a hot double dough, sausage,
if it smelled like a little pina colada and had a nice little soft skin to it, Pierre McGraw would be all over
little
it.
coconut oil.
Oh yeah, maybe throw you a motorboat. Wait, what? But yeah,
cinnamon, maybe.
Your motorboat son of a bitch.
They built for comfort, they built for speed. Oh, cry me a river. An old lady
some old lady made you feel her kids.
I got nothing left.
It's always wedding crashers.
But yeah, so I just thought I don't think I'm gonna group. But then I think we have hobbies. Like some people are like, why would you go fucking hit a golf ball around all day? So
I'd love to hit a golf
But
ball
I just was wondering if you guys, I have a ton of plants, and I really do take a lot of pride in making sure that they do well. That's something that
Katrina does the plants in the back of our house. I have nothing to do with those.
Yeah, and that's maybe you just don't. That's not your thing. That's not your thing. I do enjoy.
Katrina does all the I cut the grass and she does and water the plants, but that's about all I do outside.
Okay.
She plants them though.
Pat likes to cut the grass like Hank Hill. Yeah. He's very proud of his lawn.
Hell yeah.
That the kids fuck up.
No, the back's where it's at, but the grubworms got a hold of it this year, so I got some work to do in the spring.
I've never heard of grubworms.
You never heard of grubworms? Really?
Yeah, I've never seen
They're
it.
a real thing.
Yeah. Well, no shit.
They are vicious.
Yeah, we saw it with your backyard.
It's crazy because like your yard goes from like lush green to like a giant brown spot overnight, like literally overnight, and then you can like literally just pick the grass up because they've eaten all the roots out. It's crazy.
Terrific.
All right, thieves in the Netherlands, boys. This is a crazy story. In the Netherlands, there's a historic museum that thieves used a bomb, blew off the door, and stole a gold Viking helmet and some other artifacts, and they have no idea.
What do you? Like, they gotta be something that force somebody, right? Because like that's not you can't be hawking at the local like market.
That's true. The black market on that stuff is probably huge.
You probably
someone hired you to do that. I'm guessing.
Yeah, one of those. It's either somebody hired you or it's like one of those things where you wait. Like it's like a waiting game.
Yeah,
you're playing the long game, and you wait 5 years. You go to some small town that nobody's ever heard of, and you hawk it off to some merchant, and then like. Because there's some of that like where like you hear about that where people have done like robberies and then they find the stuff in somebody's store, like antique stores years later.
Oh yeah.
That's stolen.
And then you're on the Antiques Roadshow one day and you're like, this item's stolen. I'm like, it wasn't me. I bought it at a store.
So Lauren got me this like trivia game that's about crime, and like it just gives you like multiple choice like crime statistics. And do you know how much the most ever stolen from a Brinks truck was?
4.6 million.
A Brinks truck.
Yeah.
They probably carry more cash nowadays than they used to because of just the value of dollar. I would probably say.
Well, no, I think probably we're not really much of a cash society anymore.
I'm gonna go with 2.5. What did Chris say?
6.8 million.
So I was closer.
Yeah,
it's a loaded ass truck.
That's a lot of cash.
I couldn't imagine it'd be like. I mean, like that's a crap ton of cash, but I couldn't imagine being.
Typically, those trucks it must have been transport money because like usually the trucks are like picking up from restaurants and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the mobs used to do that.
Where was that?
No, I could look up the card.
That was what my grandfather did for a living. He was a Brinks driver.
Really?
Nice.
That's not a bad job. It's difficult. We're depending where you're driving. If you're in, it used to be back in the day. It used to be real shit because the mobs used to target those all the time.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And you wouldn't have a gun or anything. You'd just be like in his armor.
No, my uncle had a gun.
Did he?
He had a gun, yeah.
Oh wow.
Or my dad did. At least I never met him, but.
Was he like an armed and dangerous like John Candy or Eugene Levy?
I think he's more like Eugene Levy.
Nice. So there's a lot of new pictures of Mars, a lot of great research into Mars, and there's some of these mounds and we're like how the landscape was
by
made.
Mount Elon or what is it?
Yeah. There's did you see the we talked about the Elon and Pritzker thing. No, so there's like all like how the landscape is in Mars and how it was shaped. Scientists have discovered that the reason that they're shaped the way they are is because of water.
Oh, okay.
So
Mars
used to have water, and they're going to land a rover there and do a lot more exploration. But from the pictures of satellites and stuff,
that's kind of cool.
There was also a article I read that this year there's like 5 or 6 times, and they plotted out for you that at night we're like the best spot, but you can see like 3 planets at once this year.
Do they list
I think it's like Jupiter, Mars, and
Saturn,
Venus,
Uranus.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Pat. Thanks, Pat. Wow.
Good on myself.
We're just gonna let that go. You're better than that, you piece of shit.
Did you see?
That was my jokingly one.
I mean,
Chris's birthday was the Lunar New Year too, Pat.
Yeah.
You know what year it is?
It's the year of the snake.
It's the year of the snake.
That
makes total sense. With Trump as president, year of the snake.
We had to think. On Tuesday they had lunch for the. We brought an Asian food for the Lunar New Year.
Oh, nice.
You really had to figure out how to say that correctly, didn't you? How do you? We're gonna bring
the brain was moving a little too quick for the
He did not want to get in trouble for
it's
that.
It's like a cold up.
Let's make sure that comes out correctly. So what is the menu for a new Lunar New Year? God bless America.
We got banh mi sandwiches.
Oh, nice.
Is that that's
a Vietnamese type dish? It's a sandwich with like sliced.
Wait, are we supposed to do Chinese? Is it Chinese New Year?
Then we got banh mi sandwiches. We got some spring rolls, and then they had this like
sounds very
odd
racial
thing that I didn't quite. It was like a shrimp paste on a sugarcane thing. It looked like it looked like a raw chicken leg, so I didn't eat that.
That's a safe bet. If it looks raw,
it looked like a raw chicken leg. It was shrimp, but it looked like a raw chicken leg.
Did anybody eat it?
Yeah, people were eating it. I was not that bold.
Did you like it? Did you like your lunch?
I went halfsies with one of the guys that works because they had 3 options. It was like chicken, beef, and pork. You only allowed 1 sandwich, so I wanted to.
Oh, times are tough, huh?
They're pretty good sized sandwiches.
Jesus Christ!
Maybe it's 300 people or 200 people in the office, right?
Pat,
I don't know. Order an extra fucking tray.
They can't get you.
No.
They can't get you your.
Times are tough, man.
They can't get your profit share going, but they can.
Times are tough. So it was a barbecue pork, it was a beef, and it was a chicken. And me and one guy that I work with, we split a chicken and a pork one. Pork one not that great. I'm not gonna lie. It sounded much better than.
Yeah. See, in my head I would have been like, you got to go with the pork, and that's kind of disappointing that you say it's not.
And then
the
chicken was good, but not great. I think the one guy had a beef when he said it was really good. So maybe I think
the beef is traditional.
I think the beef was the way to go. Probably is what my point is.
The pork chop I had last night was like, I always feel I'm not a big pork.
I like a good grilled pork. You brine it, get a little grill on it, a little smoke. I smoke it and then grind it. That's what I do with my pork chops.
You got to brine it, and then you got to.
I smoke it and then I sear it at the end.
Yeah, but also you got to get the. You know what? I don't get the bone out of here. Get the fucking bone out of here.
I can do either way. I can do the bone or bone out.
Also,
the bone's just on the outside usually. So
but I also trim the fat off. I don't want to have to when I'm cutting I want to just be able to go to work. I don't want to have to worry about fat.
I usually trim it before I serve it because
I like
the fat on there when you're cooking it because you get a little extra.
Nah, fuck that. Then I have to worry about it later. Just nice and trim it. It needs much more.
If you get a boneless one, generally they're more trimmed anyways.
Yeah, exactly. I've always thought a pork chop. I'm not a big fan. I don't know why I went with it. Maybe it was for Chris's birthday. I was like, and it was only like.
That's probably.
It was only like
$4. But Chris gets like Gibson's and not that.
It was also like $4 more, and I was like, all right, brick chicken, $4 more for the pork chop. Let's just do it. You never get the pork chop, and there's a reason you don't get the pork chop.
You got a steak, man.
Nah, maybe. I got a ton of steaks at home, so it's like I'm very, very lucky. Okay, this is probably a lower.
Chap your rear. Welcome to Peter's Chap Your Rear Corner.
This is a lower middle class, problem. Like our parents on Sundays, like it was the shit cut of steak from Jewel, but it was always steak from Jewel. Like
sirloin.
Yeah, whatever the fucking
like a
it's
sirloin,
almost a flank steak.
Flank steak.
Yeah. Ooh, that's not good for grilling.
Oh, but that was every Sunday. I
by 16 you were tired out. You just didn't want. You didn't want anything to do with
People love steak, and you're like, I can't stand steak. That's
you guys don't have good steak.
No, that's it.
No, that's but but even when you get like steak, I'm pretty sure
I know you guys are garbage.
We ate flank steak. Yeah. There's no denying it.
What are you gonna give that one? Oh, Chris McCraw, you never.
We're gonna give him nothing.
I turned it down because you got faded out. It's not my fault you didn't turn it back up.
Okay. You're a piece of poop. You're a piece of poop. All right.
You can't talk to a birthday boy like that. You want to fight?
All right, you're fair. I will rescind your piece of poop, and I apologize.
Thank you.
It's your birthday. Tuberculosis, back up and kicking.
Ask Frank about it. You know.
Do you guys have? You guys got your vaccines?
TB?
Oh yeah.
I got
Two, I
I
think it's
got one back in
Kentucky.
the. I got one back in the day, like when I was a.
Yeah,
like,
I think
like
that's
a youth.
2 people in Kentucky got it, and I think both 1 or 2 of them might have passed.
Frank got it, and he can complete the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, but I think
That's
he
best
he had a what like a
He had no idea how he got it.
6 months of
Yeah, antibiotics for it. Yeah.
yeah 6 months for
He,
it.
he had no, so it wasn't like he felt sick or anything.
No,
he
yeah.
just like tested positive when like you do like the test. Like
We got some bad news for you. You got tuberculosis.
What?
The thing that killed people in the 1800s?
Dude, it was
How the fuck
scary.
did I get that?
Yeah.
whooping cough, basically. Yeah.
I think that's all I really got for this week. You guys got any notes? Thought I hit a little more, but I didn't watch yesterday's 5 things for 5 things to start your day.
Well, it's for next week anyway. So
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. Not really much. I mean, it was all like the plane crash. That stuff's kind of scary. That one in
that was
Philadelphia.
wild.
That one in Philadelphia. The poor person just standing there got evaporated. Like, just,
That thing that Max sent out was wild.
Yeah.
A little fireball.
can you just imagine being in Philadelphia and you're just like, boom. You're like, oh my Lanta, what the hell is going on?
You
we
could
went
talk.
to DC too. I mean, a lot of people saw the one.
You could have talked about the thing Max sent out about Elon and or a certain company named Tesla. And did you not read the thing that Max sent out
No,
about the?
what do you say?
It's too new in news. Peter doesn't read news if it's in the headlines.
How J.P. Morgan was hiding their sarcasm when covering Tesla.
Yeah.
Like-
So it's
this whole entire thing.
because
But
Tesla's their financials are not great right now, but the
Stocks and all that.
stocks, yeah,
Yeah,
and it's going up.
I'll read the last line. Like they're just ripping into Tesla on this. It says it may have been they list off all these things, and like the last one is it may even have been related to management's guidance for 2006. No financial targets were provided, but it was said to be epic. And for 2027 and 2028, ridiculously good.
Yeah,
That was great. So
No, they used to be Hershey's, like Hershey back in the day when they first started out. They were like a very like family run mom and pop operation. The guy's like, well, your sales goals like more than last year. That was it.
well, I mean, Elon.
but I mean, epic and ridiculously good. That's great.
and then his ass talking about like self-driving stuff. Like I heard that conference call that he had was, he's out there again. He's just a lightning bolt of bullshit, and yeah. And then the confirmation hearings, those are just. But again, those are supposed. They're just like it's entertainment. Like it's not even real anymore. Because
Well, I mean, the Republicans control the majority vote, don't they?
I think a lot of people might. I think Tulsi Gabbard might have a hard time because a lot of Republicans don't believe her because she was a Republican. I think RFK has an easier shot, even though his hearing did not go well.
I
at
can't
all.
wait. When's Linda McMahon's one? I want to watch that one.
That's yeah.
I want to watch that one.
The only one who got unanimous was.
I want to see her getting grilled about how she has.
Rubio got almost unanimous.
Yeah, but I mean, like he's
Was
like
he Secretary of State?
something like that.
Yeah.
He's Secretary of State.
Yeah, I think you're right, Pat. Secretary of State sounds right. But I mean, like he's a career politician. I'm pretty sure he knows.
He was also a guy that used to hate Trump, and then now he's his best friend.
Oh, they used
Well, aren't all those guys?
Pretty much the whole party at this point, yeah.
All right.
Is that one dude still alive? Is he still rocking? The guy that had like would pause mid sentence for like Biden for like 20 minutes?
Mitch McConnell?
Yeah. Is he
Yeah,
still-
Oh
is
yeah,
he-
he's
is he still rocking?
He's not. He's not. Yeah. Oh
You know,
yeah.
I know he's not a
making
majority
votes.
anymore, but he's still.
No. But he's also like he's a big swing vote because he's not going to.
Because he's on death's
He's
door as
not
care.
going for re-election. So he's a huge swing.
So you're
vote.
saying that it proves a point if they can't run for election, they'll actually vote how they should vote, and
Yeah.
not how they need to vote.
Yeah, or they'll vote for the American public. Yeah.
Wow. Shocking.
Shocking. Here's the other thing. You know the Ramis, whatever, the guy who used to be in Doge, the Indian individual. I forget his name.
Oh, Ramsey Swatman.
Yeah.
He's got like it's like Ramsey.
He's not a politician, right?
Well, no, he's running for the. He's going to run for the governor of Ohio. He got kicked out of Doge because him and Elon do not get along.
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
that he was supposed to be part of like the government.
He was on.
efficiency
He was
bullshit.
on Charlemagne the God's podcast, and it's just like, so what happened with? And he's such a politician, but he's not because he can't. He needs Trump's backing in Ohio, and so he won't say anything. But you could just tell the interview was like it was great. It was like he's like, Rami's like, oh no, I left on good terms. I want to do it by policy. I don't want to just, and it was tremendous. He was just like, okay, I don't believe that at all. But he's going to try to, I don't think he's going to win Ohio. I think he's going to have a harder time because you know why he's a piece of shit? I was listening to a podcast that was talking about it. There was a trial, I think it was for Alzheimer's, and it had been by the FDA. It had been 3 times it had been turned away. He bought it, built it up like this super drug, got all this money in, sent it to trial again, pulled his and his family his money out of it, and when it got failed, it just shit the bed. And like anywhere else, he'd have gone in jail for years. Just in fucking America, he can get away with shit like that.
That's wild.
Proud to be an American. All right. Well, that's why we're gonna make some feel good stories. Make ourselves feel better.
No sports talk today, huh?
Well, what do you got?
I mean,
no games to call. Nothing.
I mean, the Bulls.
The Bulls are trash.
The Bulls aren't trash enough.
They're not trash enough, and the trade deadline's here, but they haven't done anything.
They need to get rid of it.
Butler's got to do something. Yeah. Butler's got to be moved or not moved, and then all the dominoes will go. That'll be fun. I do kind of like the trade day for the NBA. I did watch, and I also watched some of the games. I'm like, man, I got to get back into sports a little more. I don't watch enough. I don't listen enough. But I was really enjoying the basketball game last night. College football's done. The Super Bowl didn't go anyway. Chris lost me $40.
I've been murdering you on the
just absolutely murdering me. I don't know. I must owe him some money or something because he's giving me all the wrong tips. And I'm not looking forward to the Super Bowl at all. I don't like either. I like Andy Reid, but I don't want to hear. Also, we can't say three-peat. That's owned by. Did you know that was owned by Pat Riley? Every time anybody,
the Bulls.
No, every time somebody says anything for the three-peat, like they owe Pat Riley. Like if advertising or anything like that, they owe.
Did the Lakers three-peat first?
I think he took it when. I think he did the trademarked it with Miami.
That's interesting.
That's kind of wild.
It's like Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, it's like trademarking Taco Tuesday. Like,
yeah, look it up. Yeah, I heard it on the radio for the first time.
Or you can't say.
Damn, Pat Baby.
Or you can't say the Super Bowl with.
Yes, that's true too. Can't advertise with the Super Bowl. But let's get some feel good in here.
You might as well
for Chris's birthday. Being social may delay dementia by 5 years.
No, you're fucked, Chris.
Including dining out. Chris is one of the. He's forced to be social with us, including dining out, travel, even playing bingo. Bingo!
Yeah, stupid bitch. Wash your mouth.
Watch giddy Florida man experience snow for the first time and make a snow agent. No, I don't want to watch that. I hate snow. A lady, I told you the lady, when it was rain, it rained in Chicago.
Not your name. Not Peter Grinders Gears time here.
Fine. We're back to the Pierre McGraw chat, your rear corner.
Goes real quick to that. He gets real quick to it.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. 10-year-old girl is blown away with new caption glasses that let her see spoken words when talking to people.
But is she blind?
She's deaf.
Deaf. It took me a second too. So, but closed captioning, so she can.
Oh yeah, okay, no, yeah, that makes sense.
I wonder how accurate that is.
You say "fuck" and it comes up "duck."
China bestows
this is
rare
ducking
honor.
duck.
China bestows rare honor on Minnesota pawnbroker who returned historic photos of 1937 massacre. Only third Westerner to get award.
Wow. That's kind of cool.
They sent them pictures of massacres, so.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
Doesn't seem like a real good story there.
Unused train stations across U.S. are being revitalized into hotels, restaurants, and even museums. That's kind of cool. We've done that here, I think.
In Chattanooga, that's a big like train hub, and they had like the one hotel we stayed at. They had options like we didn't stay in them, but like there were rooms that were just like train cars you could stay in.
How often does the train come by?
It did not come by that time. The tracks were dead.
Does the train always come by?
No, it's supposed to come back at 3:45.
Arizona man who never stopped trying is reunited with dog lost 8 years ago in another state. Wow,
that's cool.
That's pretty nice. I was at PetSmart last Sunday, because the reason I bring this up is the picture here. It's a Chihuahua, and this lady had a Chihuahua, and it was just.
All those things are yippy.
Lauren looked at me and she's like, "Can you just imagine?" I'd be like, "No, I would die." Like, that's insane. All right, let's see here. Classy Ravens fans return the favor for foes after Bills players drop ball in heartbreaking playoff loss. So, Mark Andrews dropped the ball. I don't know who dropped the ball in.
The Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It was not the easiest play in the world, but yeah, it was there. Somehow, I don't know how that ball got to him, but it somehow got to him.
Oh, this is kind of nice to hear. I'm sure this is Trump related, but After 5-year ban on direct flights between China and India, border relations thaw as plans resume.
Also, China and India are getting along again.
So Lauren's going to be here in a second. Chris, you might have to let her in.
Nah, pass.
All right, let's do one more here. What time are we at, actually? I don't know if we're even... Oh, we're at 45 minutes? We got to do another 5 here, boys.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Might have to do a couple of drinks.
I could get Pat
Officer crowdfunds $40,000 for pizza delivery driver who only got $2 tip in snowstorm delivery. But, I watched this thing on John Oliver about DoorDash. It's crazy. I don't know if you've seen anybody's seen this, but he did a little segment on DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and like they're running the model of what Uber did to get rid of taxi drivers, and they come in, they make it insane. So they're running at a huge loss to make it insanely easy to get rid of make everybody just order food, and it's crazy how much the restaurants lose, how much the delivery drivers lose, and how much the actual Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash are losing.
And the people also pay more for the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is when people are a lot of restaurants, they don't even have to sign up and Grubhub will put you on there. Yeah.
They have to sign up because that's how they get the orders, no?
No. So they'll put your name on there and their orders will come through and they'll be like, wait, what?
I think you just all sign up for online ordering at least.
Yeah.
Through them.
But
I'm assuming Uber will just put you on there and they'll call the order in or something.
There was a bigger thing during COVID and such.
I remember reading, I remember those articles about Uber being Uber Eats and DoorDash where they would people's food would sit there for 2 hours because people wouldn't tip on it. They wouldn't tip on delivery.
Do they know that ahead of time?
I think
the tips and all that kind of stuff?
I think they do. So people can choose what they.
That's interesting.
Because they make most of their money off the tips.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just interesting. That's kind of an interesting thing. I saw that they had I think I don't know if it was Grubhub or which one it was exactly, but they used to be if someone else took your delivery, that you'd get $3 compensation for that, for going to the restaurant. Then they ended that program recently. So
they would.
People are not happy about that.
I didn't know which
Wrong one, bro.
Wrong one, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at the colors.
All right, listen. I had a hard time watching John Oliver, or I'm getting back onto John Oliver after the Trump election because I'm so far behind. So I have to go through all the Trump election stuff, and he did a hard.
Could just skipped it.
I could, but it's
It's Peter. He doesn't skip.
I take my time, baby. I'm one of those guys that Lauren hates this. Is we get I think I'm on the last episode of The Penguin, and it's taking me probably 3 weeks to watch it. I hate I hate closure.
Yeah, closure.
I hate closure. I don't want it to end.
If we never watch it, it never ends.
It never ends.
That's why Pierre gets nothing done on the wedding, Lauren, because he hates closure.
I hate closure.
He's not gonna say. You can't say I do.
No, I am really excited.
I can't say.
We had a mix up with our DJ. Unfortunately, our DJ had to we had this move it around, and we're pretty excited about the new DJ, and he now knows a new genre of music, which is EDM and country. Not that I told him to mix it. He just went and Googled EDM and country, and he got a bunch of.
So it's gonna be Shabuzi nonstop.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be.
Gonna be a lot of it.
Not a lot. There's gonna be a
lot.
Shabuzi will be played. He did mention Diplo and Morgan Wallen.
What's that one song? Oh, I know. Cotton Eye Joe nonstop, just looping it around.
If we were inviting one of Lauren's cousins, Mike, he's the one who taught me. I have never heard this country song. It was Red. No, it's the. Damn it! I have it actually written down, and it just slipped my mind. It's one where they do the line dance too. Not Red Brick Road, but
Boot Scoot Boogie.
No, there's another one. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
That was the one I was thinking of.
Boot Scoot Boot.
That's the known one for line dancing.
We're
gonna be in Nashville. We can take notes.
We do. That's the thing. When are we doing the podcast next week?
Wednesday.
I don't know if I can do Wednesday.
Why not Wednesday? What do you got going on Wednesday?
I have to finish my clothes before Thursday.
Oh, it is a new month. Thank God I'm not doing. Thank God I am not doing 4170's clothes. Happy for the guy.
They might call you on the bullpen. You don't know yet.
I
He might bring you out of retirement.
every day this week I've been helping. Which is I feel like
they're bringing you out of the bullpen, Peter. You're coming.
No, thank you. I will have to politely decline.
But your mom's favorite player.
That's a great commercial. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on that beautiful night, Chris, we just want to say happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You don't look a day over 50.
I appreciate it.
That beard, Lauren. I won't throw Lauren under the bus. But there was a picture said from skiing that she thought maybe you need to pull a Franklin with the old beardy.
You guys can watch your goddamn mouth. I will not put this is just for men, a touch of grape. Gives me a distinguished look, Miss Davis.
A little salt and pepper.
Yeah.
But Chris, don't have any wrinkles.
Wait until this camera turns off, Davis. Me and you.
All right. What's up? No.
We don't cut anything.
This is beautiful. This is it. Oh, Lauren Davis.
We don't cut anything.
Coming in sniping. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us here on a beautiful Saturday night. Do us a favor, hit that like, subscribe, comment. Don't listen to Lauren Davis ever. Chris, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. Pat, do you know what Lauren just told me? That she's going to win the Royal Rumble. Bye.